We are keeping a close watch on the Supreme Court this morning. Opinions are expected in just a few hours, and some of the biggest cases of the term are still on the table. The outcomes could have a major impact nationwide, as Scripps News congressional correspondent Stephanie Liebergen is tracking what's at stake.
We are expecting Supreme Court opinions at 10 a.m. Eastern, and there are more than 15 cases still pending. While we never know exactly which ones are going to come down, we are still waiting for opinions in some of the biggest cases of the term.
One highly watched case is Trump v. Barbara. That is about the executive order the president signed attempting to end birthright citizenship. Multiple lawsuits were filed against the order, arguing that it violates the 14th Amendment. If the executive order is upheld, it would be a major win for the president, who wants to end birthright citizenship for children of undocumented immigrants or those in the U.S. on a temporary visa. Two other cases also focus on presidential power and the ability to fire federal appointees. In one case, it's about the firing of Rebecca Slaughter. That case centers on the law that prohibits the president from firing FTC commissioners, except in cases of inefficiency, neglect of duty, or malfeasance in office. The other case is about the president trying to fire Lisa Cook from the Federal Reserve Board of Governors. The president alleged she committed mortgage fraud, saying that is enough cause for him to fire her. The Supreme Court opinion in the Cook case could impact the future independence of the Federal Reserve. We're also waiting for two election-related cases. In Watson versus RNC, the justices are considering whether states should be allowed to accept mail-in ballots that arrive after Election Day. That case stems from Mississippi, where ballots postmarked by Election Day are allowed to be received within 5 business days. An opinion here could impact the vote-by-mail deadlines in 15 states. The other election case was filed by the National Republican Senatorial Committee versus the FEC, and that is about campaign finance laws and whether a federal law that limits how much political parties can spend in coordination with candidates violates the First Amendment.
The court is expected to hand down cases today and again on Thursday, but with more than 15 cases still pending, we're likely to see the Supreme Court turn spill into next week and maybe even into the first few days of July. Stephanie Liebergen, Scripps News Group, Washington.